Well, hello there, folks, and happy Sunday to you. It's lovely to see you again as usual, and happy New Year's Eve as well. Tomorrow will be the 1st of January 2024, so I want to take this opportunity to wish you all the very best for 2024 as well. And apologies for my voice, I do have a bit of a cold, so please bear with me. But I'm going to take you all the way back to Monday through till today, which is Sunday, and this will include Christmas Day. And don't forget, if I have done a video recipe on any of the meals that you see here, I will always leave them linked underneath the video, and then you can go straight to the video and recreate this for yourself if you like. So on Monday, we were actually out for Christmas dinner just for a wee change, but this is just a place local to us, and it's very laid back, non-pretentious, and it was just lovely to have a break from cooking for me anyway, because I do so much cooking throughout the week. So this is what I chose here. This was my starter, and this was a smoked haddock fish cake, and there's some sort of creamy seafood sauce under there, and there's also capers on the plate. This was the Gallia and cantaloupe melon as well. That's Mr. What's for Tea's youngest daughter. That's what she had, and she wanted to share. She didn't mind sharing what she had as well. This was the intermediate course. This was the soup, so that was a curried parsnip. And then this is what I chose, or we all had this. This was the roast turkey with all the trimmings. And sorry, it's a bit zoomed in. I didn't realise. And then for dessert, we had the Eton mess, which is meringue, ice cream and crushed berries. But I decided to go for the Bailey's cheesecake, and that had ice cream with a chocolate sauce. And it was just lovely. There was tea and coffee and things available. We didn't bother. We were absolutely stuffed. And then moving on to Boxing Day, this is the day after Christmas, and it's traditional here to have some kind of pie, usually a steak pie. So I made my own steak pie just for a wee change. And I do have a video recipe for the steak pie. I will leave linked underneath the video. So we had some Hasselback potatoes. We had some steamed broccoli on the side. A couple of croquettes at the back you can just about see. And that's a homemade beef stew with onions and carrots. I done this one in the slow cooker. I put it on in the morning and just left it all day, and by the time it was ready to serve, it was just fall apart. It was absolutely beautiful. This was diced beef from the local butcher, so it was delicious, with a wee puff pastry square on the top. So I'm going to call this one a steak pie because there's no bottom on it, but this is what we call steak pie. It's just basically stew with puff pastry on the top. And a lot of people will say to me, that's not a pie because there's no bottom on it, but that's what we call steak pie. So I'm going to go with that. And that's the stew there in the slow cooker. Moving on to Wednesday, we had mushroom chicken pasta, or chicken mushroom pasta, and I do have a video recipe for this on the way. I have filmed this for the channel. It was absolutely delicious. It's just one of those, it's just like a big hug in a bowl. So it's penny pasta, there's chicken in there, there's mushrooms, cream, parmesan. It's just a lovely creamy sauce. It's just quite delicate flavours actually, but really, really tasty. And we had some garlic bread on the side. Like I said, I did film this one for the channel. I thought it'd be a good one to share because it's ever so easy. You get lots and lots out of this as well. So it'd be a perfect family sort of one pot meal. I think you're going to enjoy that one, and that will be up the second week in January. Then moving on to Thursday, we had shepherd's pie. Again, I do have a video recipe for this. I will leave linked in the description box underneath this video. There's a wee tab underneath the video and it says show more. If you click on that, it'll bring everything up down there, because I know a lot of you have trouble finding the description box, but it does say show more. So if you just click on that, you will easily find it. So that's the shepherd's pie there. So it's minced lamb, there's onions, peas, and the gravy, and mashed potato and cheese, and it is delicious. It looks very beige on the plate, but it's really, really tasty. And we usually have mashed swede at the side, so that's just swede mashed up with a wee bit of white pepper and butter in there as well. And this was the shepherd's pie just out of the oven, bubbling away furiously. So do let that cool down before you attempt to eat it. And then moving on to Friday, we had macaroni cheese. Again, I do have a video recipe for this. I will leave linked in the description box underneath. So this is just my standard macaroni cheese. Sometimes I just put it straight onto the plate, but this time I served it in these wee individual dishes, which does mean it takes about 3 hours to cool down, but it is really pretty, just for a wee change. And on the side, I just served some garlic bread. So I had some large garlic bread slices, and I just used a cookie cutter to cut them into these wee circles, just to make it a wee bit different from the norm. And like I said, I do have a video recipe for the macaroni cheese if you want to go and watch that one and make it for yourself. And then moving on to Saturday, I done a couple of different things. I made katsu curry. You'll have seen these chicken breast steaks in the shopping haul that I just put up the other day. These were the ones that I got on offer. They were £3.90 down to 60p, I believe, but they did have to be used that day, so that's what I done. So for myself, I made a kind of katsu curry. So this is steamed basmati rice. I've got to have a couple of chips at the side of a curry. The curry sauce and chips are a match made in heaven. That's the chicken breast with the breadcrumbs sliced up, and that's a very quick and easy curry sauce with peas and onions in there as well. So it's like a katsu curry, and it's absolutely delicious. But Mr. What's for Tea is not the biggest fan of curry sauce or just curry in general, whereas I love a curry. The spicier the better. So I just done him the same chicken breast. He's also got the chips, but with some garden peas at the side. I put the garden peas into my curry sauce. So yeah, it's basically the same minus the rice. He's not a big fan of rice either, so just chicken, chips and garden peas as well. Then moving on to today, we had pork chops. You'll have seen these chops in my recent shopping unbagging. These wee pork chops were from the local butcher and they were absolutely delicious. And we just had some pan-fried mushrooms sautéed in butter. That's the wee pork chops there. They were quite thin, but they were very, very tasty. I made some roast potatoes. These ones are done in the goose fat, so they are extra crispy. Highly recommend, if you can, do your roast potatoes in goose fat. It's going to give you the most amazing crunch on the outside, but leave them really, really fluffy inside, almost like mashed potato inside. They're wonderful, with some green beans as well. So that was everything. Excuse me. That was everything that we had this week. I feel as though it's been a really busy week. I think it always is, though, in the lead up to Christmas, over Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year. It's just one of the weeks that never seems to end. But that's us. Tomorrow is New Year's Day. So like I said, all the best for 2024 to you all. And thank you all so much for your support throughout the year, to the supporters on Patreon and to the channel members, for you all for watching, leaving your lovely comments. I'm very grateful and feel very blessed to have you all. So here's to next year and whatever that brings, and I will see you on the other side. So take care and bye for now, and I'll catch up with you during the week. Take care. Bye now.